Okay, and looks like we are live now. Still trying to figure all this stuff out. So what's going on, guys? I am just getting going here on this wonderful day. Now, the topic I decided I'm going to talk about while I'm over here streaming. Let's go ahead and get my game going. So I'm getting back into doing my spoiler streams where I just kind of go through everything. And so I am also doing some ratings on these now. In the beginning, I wasn't giving them a rating out of 10 or anything like that. So I figured let's just go ahead and kind of go back through all my older ones and just kind of give it a little bit of a rating. I was going to do this as a video way back when, but I really just don't have the time to record, edit, do all these things. So even my my reviews, as they start to come out, they're not going to be edited like the old ones. I really just don't have the time now. My kids are they're napping less, giving me less time to really get into it, and also now we're starting to get into they're starting to get into sports and things like that, so I really just don't have the time to do a video and editing it and all that. I'm just going to talk about it during a live stream while I won't be normally doing these gaming streams on a Wednesday. I figure might as well start to transition to what I will start talking about, and that's indie comics. So, with all of that being said, and by the way, my next spoiler review will be out this Saturday. It is scheduled to release at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. So, let's just get right on into it. So, let me pause this so I can actually have my mouse again. Alright, so I'm just going to start right from my first ever review, and that was Isom 1 from the Rippaverse. I gave that one a 6 out of 10. Now, the story was interesting. It did have some exposition dump kind of clunk where we're getting like the as you know kind of explanations and things like that. Particularly with I'm getting sloppy here. Especially with like Darren and Avery there. You know, he's like, oh, you know, you were top athlete and stuff like that, and things that he should certainly have already known. So there that is. So that's oh, and also I noted some of the panels were out of order during one. That guy that's getting beat up, you know, you see like his ribs get kind of destroyed, and then suddenly he's like back on his feet, and so things like that. Now I'll say right off the bat, I don't judge the artwork. I just feel it's a little too subjective. I have no real thoughts as far as the skill and things like that are concerned. So I don't judge art whatsoever. Outside of, for me to have got the comic, the art had to at least be appealing to me. Did I go in there? No. So that's as far as I can judge on the art. That was what was at least good enough to get me through to make the purchase in the first place. So, okay, on the Isom 2, I gave that one a 7 out of 10. I felt that the story was a notable. I just would have kind of liked some of the areas to be cut out. Now, I get that he was trying to expand the universe, but there were certain things, in particular, like the Alpha Core scene in there, probably just could have been cut out and maybe had a little bit more with Avery himself. Yeah, get it? And so then we go over to Alpha Core. That was my... Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I gave that a 9 out of 10. Now, at the time that I made this list, this was my favorite Rippaverse comic. Had plenty of action and likable enough characters. Some of the villains were very notable. I'm drawing a blank at the moment with the one crackhead looking dude with the electric powers. I'm drawing a blank on his name at the moment. I want to say it was Galvin. I want to say that was it. Memory's a little fuzzy on me right now. But yeah, to me this was the best book from the Rippaverse, easily at the time that I recorded it. Now, there is one that took over, and I've yet to do a review on it, but on my quick review, I did make mention of it, and that was The Horseman. That one just appealed to me a little bit more, both written by Chuck, which I tend to really like his writing. And I also I really appreciated the pace of Alpha Core as well. I breezed right through that one. None of it felt bogged down. You could tell it was written by somebody who's had experience. And it was seemed a little unfair. When comparing it to things like Isom. You know, it's just, yeah, clearly Chuck is a better writer than Eric. Eric's not been doing it for years and years and years. Alright, so then we went out of the Rippaverse and went over to Inglorious Rex here by Shane Davis. And I gave that one an 8 out of 10. Really interesting concept and story. I felt Gunn was just kind of a generic villain. And I was like, eh. Honestly, I felt T was more interesting. And I mean, I believe he is written to be a very interesting character. I'm not trying to say otherwise on that. But like Gunn, he was just blah, generic. And that's why I just wasn't that that was really the only downside that I had for that one. Hey, nice. Take a quick break here.
Watch out, Spyro. The Norks in these parts have discovered the power of electricity, and it really stings.
Well, thank you. Kind of a foghorn leghorn type dude, isn't he? Alright. So then we go over to Mandy Summers with the Jack the Ripper Vampire Hunter. And that one was so much fun. Definitely not one for the kiddos to read, I can tell you that much. And I gave that one a 9 out of 10. Again, another fun adaptation. I really enjoyed the spin on things. And perhaps I'm a little unfair here, but I kind of would have just rather everything be kind of kept to the reader as far as figuring out whether Jack's a crazy man or if he's really true about that. I know I talked about that a little bit in my review, but that still holds true to this day. I really, that was a mistake. Oh my god. Oh, I'm fucking up. But yeah, I very much enjoyed that book. I look forward to reading the next issues on that one. Let me scroll down real quick. Okay, so then we had Fiendish, and yeah, I gave that one a 9 out of 10. I like that book a lot, and I've read the sequels at this point as well, and those are also very, very good. Now, I don't know if they're all going to be 9 out of 10s or there's going to be some drop off as far as how I'll feel about them, but I'll get to that as time goes on, because like I said, I'm finally getting back into the swing of things. I'm still working on Project Analysis. As far as the spoiler reviews are concerned. And then we get into Joe Frankenstein. The very first one, 10 out of 10. This is like my favorite series so far. It is an absolute, just, it's a silly book, but it's great all at once. Like, it's not taking itself too seriously with its concepts, but it's also telling a very good story. And I like how we keep some of the Frankenstein story, where the monster's created and things like that. But then partway through that story, that's where we start to go off on a tangent and tell our own story here. Sorry, I'm like wandering all over the fucking place with this. Oh, it still fucking got me. Little bastard. Promise, last time I came through here, I did a lot better. But I also wasn't trying to read at the same time. So, there's that. And then Joe Frankenstein 2 also got a 10 out of 10 for me. We kept everything going that we had going good in the first one, and then just expanded on the world as well. The issue I remember having with it was so fucking nitpicky that I just... And honestly, I think the way that it was set up, I think Graham had that one covered too. So not to worry. Let's go take care of this guy. Oh, you little dick. I hate those guys more than any of the others. But yeah, I really enjoyed how we expanded. Like Finnebar, he got more time to shine. We got to see what the werewolf version of Finnebar looks like and what he is capable of, and as well as Enoch as well. And then Golgotha or Golgotha, however you want to say it. I'm not good with names, but what a great villain! Like, holy shit! Watching what he is capable of doing. Yes, I can't wait. I cannot wait to get more information on him. And so, yeah, those are 10 out of 10 books. They just easily. Alright, let's see what this dragon's got to say.
Good job, Spyro. One day you'll be able to tell all the dragons about your amazing adventures.
Sure, but what I'd really like to do is get out of this swamp.
Every dragon's a foghorn leghorn imitator. Alright, and then we take off into 415 series. This one was a surprise to me as far as how much I enjoyed it. I knew nothing of it. The creator, plain and simple, just asked if I could do a review on it. So, yeah, sure. Have no problems taking that. And so I did 1 and 2 together because, as my criticism on that one was, that they were very short books, and they both told half of the story. And so I just felt that they should have been one whole book in general. But the story itself was good, albeit depressing. That is a very depressing series. I do plan on backing more as time goes on. Now I am a little ahead. I have one issue that has yet to come out. I won't review it until I actually back it. That is just a strict rule that I have. Let's try this again. But yeah, I gave those two as a combination a 7 out of 10. Then let me go ahead and pause and scroll. God, I had a whole lot of these, didn't I? So I did all the 415 series here. And so we just go right on to issue 3. Was also a 7 out of 10. I said the story continues on an interesting path. We are given bits of info that both answer some questions while kind of opening up more. And I enjoyed that. And I did feel like the opening pages were a bit on the unnecessary side. Now you can give me a quick summary without it being... It felt kind of like the Friday the 13th movies, where they really give you like the entire ending. And that's what I was kind of feeling with the beginning of this. It's like, well, I could ultimately just kind of skip most of that. And that's just eating up page count there. But ultimately, it was still something I very much enjoyed. And had continued on from there. Case in point, issue 4. I gave that one a 9 out of 10. I had no continuity issues, and the journey continued forward, and gave us some like breadcrumbs of the past. I found the characters are interesting, and I wanted to know more about like the doctors and the patients alike. So that was what was going on with the 415, and then I finished that off with the Janison book, which he's one of the doctor's assistants. He's the surgeon, and I gave that a 9 out of 10 as well. Said no major flaws, and a more in-depth look into the history of an interesting character. Both he and the Butcher were both very interesting, and had some roles to play in that book. It's a short story, and I didn't feel like any of it was a waste of time. I felt like we got some good, valuable information out of that. Oh, I screwed this up. I need to go back up. Back it up. Back it up, Spyro. Oh, no. Alright, and then from there, we go over to Achromatic Chronicles Blue. Now, I gave that a 6 out of 10. I enjoy the book. I think it's great for young readers. However, my biggest issue was I really fucking hate the adults in that book. Like, I just cannot stand them. They are pretty much on the unbelievable side as far as just how dickish they can be. And that's also for some of the characters we're supposed to kind of like the pirates. I just didn't like that they let John just kind of go off on a fucking island where spooky shit is going on. They just let him go by himself. They're like, oh, fuck it. let a kid just do this. So I wasn't the biggest fan of that. Also, I felt that the book at 200 pages was kind of bloated. There were times where I just was like, yeah, I get the point. Yep, everybody's a dick to John. And so some of it could have probably just been cleaned up, taken out, all that, and just made a shorter book. Page count doesn't mean a whole lot if you're just kind of hammering on the same point. And I'm overall just kind of skipping by it. So, take a quick pause up here so I can scroll some more. I think I'm getting to about the end. Yes, I have 3 more here. So, we go on to Monster Island. Another one from Compass Comics there, Graham Nolan's company. And then, yep, 100% good. And I gave that a 9 out of 10. Said my issue is this is a bit problematic with Duke not being able to pilot down safely because they kind of ran through an EMP field, but he was still able to pilot. And it's like, well, the ejection hatch wouldn't activate because of this, but yeah, he was still able to navigate it. So I'm like, little problematic as to how it happened, but I'll overlook it mostly. Like, it is a problem, and we're still gonna have to address it, but it didn't take away from the rest of my enjoyment of the book. And, yeah, Misty Bog, got that one. Got the flight. Ah, fuck, it's treetops. I might even just fight the boss before I do treetops. In fact, I'm gonna skip right on by. I just feel like treetops, I'm just gonna be there forever. Especially when I have my focus drawn elsewhere. Might just go on the metalhead first. I already did all this, so I don't need to do this shit again. But yeah, the Mac and Duke, they are fucking awesome characters. I love the Monster Island almost as much as Joe Frankenstein. Right now, Graham is my favorite indie comic creator. Again, a little unfair. He's a pro. He's done some really great shit. You know, to be an understatement, to say the very least. But man, he and Chuck Dixon are some of my favorite writers, and so anytime that they're involved in something, I'm on board. And so I have another Graham project here, and that was The Chenoo. Now, I gave that one a 7 out of 10. It said that the story was very enjoyable. Definitely recommend the book. But the hero characters got kind of stupid at one point, and that's why I brought the score down. It was in particular where they just kind of relied on like the lore being completely and honest, and I'm like, man, you're putting a lot of faith into that lore, because instead of barricading the door, they're like, no, it says he's invited in like a vampire, and I was like, ooh, dude, I don't know, we just watched this dude rip the heart out of one of your neighbors. Fuck that shit. I am barricading that door. So yeah, this one, like, when they all went to dirt mode, I was like, that's kind of stupid. But otherwise, I still very much enjoyed the book. And then finally, Project Analysis, Episode 0. 9 out of 10. This is like my favorite I want to say it's my favorite superhero team-up book. There's a couple others in contention, but this is the one I'm the most familiar with. So I will say for the moment, this is my favorite. And so, yeah, this is episode 0. This was a great way to introduce the big bad. This was all focused primarily on Crimson Pain. And he goes in and he's killing millions of people. He kills all the fucking heroes. Like, he just wipes everybody out. Like your Superman type hero, he rips the head right off him, spine goes out like he was a predator or some shit. Like, this dude goes in and fucks some shit up. I remember having just like the slightest of nitpicks. He decided to take the eye out of somebody to get the retinal scan, and I was just like, well, why didn't he just take the head and just put it up to the scanner? That way he doesn't run the risk of damaging the eye. So nitpicky shit, like, it really doesn't hurt a whole lot. Damn it. So yeah, that catches us all up, because on Project Analysis episode 1, I have my score on that one, and if I remember right, I put a 7 out of 10. I'm gonna knock that shit off. So that should catch us all up where we're at currently. So I'm always really hesitant to do ratings just because I feel like given time, they're inevitably going to fluctuate one way or the other. So like, I did this list, oh hell, probably 6 months ago, and I actually have it recorded. But like I said, I'm never going to get time to really go through and do all this, and I fell way behind because of it. So I just said, fuck it. We'll do it live. But yeah, and for any of those interested, I mean, you're going to see what I'm talking about on my main channel, where I'll do my spoiler review. Like that, at least for the foreseeable future, that's what you should expect as far as my review. Now I have a second camera hooked up, and I'm gonna be just flipping through and, talking about everything, and then just, still do like a talk about things that I really enjoyed about it, things that bothered me in some way, shape, or form. I felt were a little tismy. And then, we'll go from there, give it the overall score. And I really enjoyed doing it that way, this first time around. So, yeah, that's, like I said, I have that review coming out Saturday. Anytime I do a spoiler review, it's going to be a Saturday release. I'm going to try and make some headway here, because, let's see. You can't really see it in my camera. Oh, fucking dick. Just put an enemy there. Oh, that's fortunate. Yeah, I try to keep them consistent, but as time ran out on me, wasn't able to.
Metalhead is all charged up to meet you. Attacking the power pole should disrupt his power supply.
So at this point, yeah, it's just my quick reviews that are going to be The consistent one plus my stash ad where, you know, I just talk about the people that I backed and why I backed them and all that fun stuff. I try to do that usually at the first Monday of the month for those, just so they're out there and people can see what it was that they did that caused me to back them. And like I said, art is going to be the very first thing. If I'm not feeling the artwork, probably going to just stop it there. Part of what I'm planning on doing with Wednesday live streams, reason why I'm not always going to be gaming on them, is because I actually do plan to go through, you know, like the Indiegogos, the Kickstarters, and the Fund My Comics. Come on. Come on. Ah. Come on, you brick. Yeah. Come on. Good. I legitimately did not know that that was there. Whoops. So yeah, I definitely want to do that. I want to just kind of look at the main pages, see what's being brought to the front. I don't plan on backing any at that moment. You know, I'll just kind of take note of them because I don't want to accidentally dox myself or anything like that. But still want to, you know, show off all the creators and give them some feedback if I got any at the moment. You know, sometimes you just see a thing and you're just like, I'm good. And hopefully I can give them more than I don't want it. I mean, even though that is going to be inevitable, there's just going to be some things that aren't going to be that appealing to me. Come on. Hey. There you go. Come on. Hey. Broke it in your toy. So I may do that stream in particular where I just kind of go over the indie creators. I may do that on my main channel and then just re-upload, like have the upload on this channel. I'm not entirely certain how I want to go about that. I'm sure I'll have it figured out at some point. I'm still trying to figure out all this streaming shit because I'm not a smart man. But you know, I do enjoy doing this. I think it's fun. I enjoy, you know, reading the indie comics, giving my feedback on it, and just try to let people know that, you know, hey, I'm appreciating it because I'm just not impressed with anything Hollywood related or mainstream comics. Like I just whatever. Like, I really like the Ninja Turtles, and I just could not give two flying fucks what they're doing now, because The Last Ronin, fantastic book. Loved every minute of it. Okay. Most of every moment of it. I didn't care that much for the ending, at least for what it ultimately ended up being. Like, if they would have just left the ending alone, I could have, you know, I was A-okay with it, where they had, like, the new turtles and shit like that. I was fine with that. Until they were like, hey, let's just make a new series based on that. I'm like, no, fuck right off. I am a firm believer that the Ninja Turtles are the four brothers. I kind of accept Slash because, if memory serves me right, it was like Shredder or Baxter Stockman who created them. Now, some of this I think is getting kind of confused with the cartoon. But yeah, it was just like an experiment gone wrong, and so I kind of expected it. I'm kind of okay with it, kind of like I forget which one's which. Tokar and Razor from the second live-action movie. Still not my favorite, not by a long shot. Especially when I was a kid and I was expecting that to be Bebop and Rocksteady. I was pretty disappointed. I was like, who the fuck is this? But yeah, I keep seeing that they're trying to push all these new turtles, and I'm just like, I don't fucking care. I find it boring. And I mean, I know like every comic out there is going through the same fucking thing. Like every fan of all these other things is just like, wow, I'm bored to tears off of this shit. I almost did not make that one. Alright, let's go on down. Ah, yeah, got me. Ah, fuck, here we go. I'm missing something somewhat major. Over that way? Where's it at, boy? Where's it at? Okay. Ah. Look at that. That's a good dragonfly. Yes, it is. And so, okay, so Sunday, when I plan to do my next stream, I was talking about how I want to talk about Skylar. And so far, I have, I want to say like 4 or 5 points that people have brought up that I typically hear, and my counters to them. And you know, and I think, yeah, fine. If you want to hate her just because she's typically against Walt, fine. But I think she gets a little too much hate. I think most of what she does is perfectly reasonable. Fuck. Is this really where I'm at? Alright. Well. Here we go. Struggle sessions now in. Hopefully I got enough lives. I fell so many fucking times doing this last time. This is gonna get rough. This is going to get rough. Maybe not. But so far I haven't exactly been performing at my best. Ah, yeah. Get it. This felt wrong, fucking torching them. Always feels like you're like lighting on fire the mother and children. Like that's a bit fucked. Like, yeah, that's like a little baby monkey. Flame in the face, bitch. Burn. Yep, don't I need you? Oh yeah, I should have enough lives. Okay, I just got cocky. I'm fucked. Fuck. Yeah, I've learned as being a mechanic, at least before I more or less retired, to be a stay-at-home dad. You try to say that something's easy, you just fucked yourself. You just fucked yourself. Like, you've guaranteed you are going to snap a bolt. That quick job, it is not going to happen. It's like, congratulations, you done played yourself. Open up. And I get some chicken. Nice. So, yeah, for any who don't know, mechanics are some fucking superstitious motherfuckers, and yeah. Hold on.
Spyro, if you jump at the end of a supercharge ramp, you can really go far.
I'm all over it.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, it helps when you hit the right button. Oh, wow. Okay. Spyro, if you're not a fucking dingus, you can hit the things you mean to hit. See, they fucking knew in this level, man. They knew. Oh, let's see. Oh, God. This fucking chicken really wants me to, like, torch him. You know what? I could probably use some blue ones. I am sure I'm going to need it. I can't remember if if I cleared out this way. Yep. Cool. Yeah, so I've been at the receiving end of some bullshit from cars, so I totally buy into the superstition that you don't fucking say that it's going to be easy. In fact, I've yelled at some of my service writers who were like, hey, you know, about how long should this? I'm like, fuck right off. I'm not telling you. Like, I get, we're trying to, we're, you know, we do it to tell the customers and things like that, because, you know, people want to know what's going on with their shit, but sometimes customers can be a bit on the, they think a job takes a lot shorter of time than it does, and I'll tell you right now, there is no fucking computer that we just hook up and immediately know the answers to. That is bullshit. That does not happen. Now, we use computers that help guide us, but they do not tell us the answers. I don't know why this is a thing. It tells us a code. From there, we go into diagnostics.
Greetings, Spyro. For an amazing tour of the treetops, don't just stop at one supercharge.
Yep, and that's the part I really suck at. Now, yeah, some of the codes... Some of the codes we see enough and we're like, okay, I'm fairly certain this is here, but it still requires us to diagnose it because, hey, we've all been burned before. Where we were like, oh yeah, it's definitely this because I've seen this 100,000 times. Well, 100,001, it was something different that time around. And that fucking blows. So you still want to confirm. Because at least the honest text will be like, hey, yeah, we fucked up. We thought it was this. We weren't there yet. Yeah, see, they gave you so many fucking lives in this. And I appreciate every single one of them. Time to prepare thyself for some bullshit. Okay. So it's that one. Okay. I get to do that all over again since I fucked that up the first time. Huzzah. Torch every single one of those chickens. Oh, you actually grabbed it. Cool, cool, cool. Could have saved me time. Try this again. Oh shit. Brain, work. chicken. Yeah. That's why I do it. Alright, here we go. Get it, bitch. Look at that. Right, I'm talking shit in a Spyro game. I don't give a fuck. That's damn near fucking run off the edge. Dipshit. Alright. Don't want to have to do that again, because I don't know if I'll be quite as successful. Alright. I gotta try and remember how to do the other one. Torch you bitches every single time. Alright. Look, I remember just to go up this way. I always feel like I'm forgetting something somewhere. Get back to that point right there. Oh, okay. I think I remember how to do this one. Okay. I just remember this one being such a fucking pain in my dick. Yeah. That me with that. Oh, you fucking bitch. Damn. Alright, here we go. Almost had it. Fuck you. Ah, dude, my legs are tired. If you could just come here. Come here. Let me torch you. Yeah, you fuck right off. And myself all bothered. Look at that. Look at that. Fuck you, Jed. Being out here.
That was quite a ride, Spyro. You learned a lot since you were a young glider.
Yeah, well, you could have found an easier spot to get stuck.
Totally agree. Prick. Alright. I think I am good to ride the balloon. What am I doing on time? Oh, I'm good. Good. There you go. Only fucked it up once. Twice. Oh, you fucking dipshit. See? Told you. You get cocky. Yeah, it's 100% complete. I don't know why the fuck I'm looking for anything else. You, come here. Yeah. I'm very satisfied with how that one turned out. I honestly thought I was going to be there, even offline. Because I'm just one of those, I have to fucking 100% complete these. I always have, even since I've played these, like the originals on PlayStation. I just have to do it. Get that extra life.
Oh, I feel much better now that jump in the balloon. Are you ready to go?
Dreamweaver. Oh, in case anybody was wondering, yes, there will be a Jurassic Park conversation come Sunday. I'm doing a run of them, so expect a whole lot when I talk about Dominion. It'll be the first time since I saw it in theaters. I am really gonna be fucking shitty about that one. That little fucker. Torch you no matter what. This goofy bastard. Wow, wow. 100% this area real quick and then see what kind of time I have before I hit the old dusty trail. Get it? It is nice and satisfying just seeing somebody run up on you like that and just bitch slap them. Give me that. Teeth.
Welcome to the Dreamweavers, young one. While chasing Nasty's minions in this world, you must expect the unexpected and prepare for what is not there.
I don't even remember that boss. Get fucked. Alright, let's try this, you know, without being dumb. There's a joke to be made about how that looks. I can just feel it.
Hello, Spyro. Nicely done.
I'll be done when I've toasted that nasty Nork.
I should probably get that one too. I didn't see that one. Good. Guy's hanging on a hallway just to kick people. What an asshole. Get spotted those across the way. Brick. It's too bad that doesn't take you anywhere. Mozzie?
The fools you see in this world are invincible, but that does not mean they shouldn't be attacked.
Sounds all right to me.
Go all the way back. Get these. Good. Probably try to do the flight one. Much as I love the flight ones, at this point I'd rather just take care of them, get them knocked out. Here we go. They're fun and frustrating all at once. Yeah, I got time. If I don't completely fuck this up. And then that'll probably be where I end it. Oh yes, I remember this one. Ah, fucking bitch. Backtracking. Got the lamps. Fuck. Well, I really. Oh, I'm fucked. Yeah, I'm fucked. I didn't even get to the fucking helicopter. Yikes. Okay. We can do this. If I just stop being a fucking idiot. Oh, okay, or not. Whoop. It's close. Shit. Fuck. Yep, I'm fucked. There it is. That's the one I missed. Oh boy. See? I fucked myself. I'm like, yeah, I got time. I can totally do this. Got all the time in the world. Ah, bitch. Ah. Much better. Dick. Oh, no way. Alright, we're gonna do it. Totally got it. Whenever I get frustrated, it's always from these fucking areas. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, fuck off. Okay. Good, good. This train. Oh shit. Gotta catch him. Oh my god. A little fuck up. We're getting closer. We're gonna do it. Okay. Probably just cost me. Damn helicopter thing. Just. Okay. Fuck you. I win. Yeah, no. Fuck right off with that. Alright, so that's probably where I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm gonna go in here. Okay, so yeah, everything now has a rating on it. I'm probably going to go back onto my main channel, switch everything over to, as far as descriptions and things like that, to at least reflect that. That way, if anybody's interested, looking, whatever, they'll at least see that. And yeah, my reviews will start being part of the rotation again, and probably pop up on my main channel and on like a Saturday or something like that. Saturday, 7 a.m. my time. I'm on Eastern time here. So that is where we're at as far as this is all concerned. So, and then yeah, I will probably be again on Sunday, and I'll be talking about Skylar White, just because it seemed to be a debate that I had on YouTube on the Normal World channel back and forth, and I'm like, okay, well, seems to be kind of a hot button issue, so I just kind of want to put my thoughts out there, and talk about that for a little bit, as well as some of the movies I've watched. So far, it's only like 2 movies, and should be maybe a third by the time we get to Sunday. But that is where I'm going to end it for now. So until next time, guys, take care and God bless.